You know those days when your brain stubbornly refuses to cooperate. You wake up, glance at your to-do list, answering emails, going for a run, tackling a big project, and you just can't. You know you should start, but every fiber of your being drags its heels. What if I told you there are tricks your brain actually responds to? Simple mental switches you can flip to force a wave of motivation into motion. And no, I'm not talking about bribes or guilt or cheesy pep talks. I'm talking about tricks your brain loves, backed by science, tested by real people, and proven to work, even when you feel zero motivation. If that sounds like what you need, keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make your brain work for you and not against you. Before we unlock these science-backed tricks for your brain, take a second to subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project. Smack the bell icon so you'll never miss a chance to train your brain, amp your motivation, and level up your life. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. Let's get into it. First things first. For decades, most of us have been sold a myth that motivation is as simple as carrots and sticks. Do the thing, get a reward. Don't do it, miss out, or get punished. Sounds logical enough, right? If you want your dog to learn a trick, you hand over a treat. But here's where the real trick is, on us. Modern science has shown that for anything requiring focus, creativity, or even basic problem solving, these reward and punishment shortcuts can wildly miss the mark. Picture this: you're stuffing envelopes or cleaning your garage. If you finish, you get pizza. That works. But if your work needs deliberate thought, care, or imagination, the same reward system starts to break down. You can't bully or bribe your brain into excitement for the stuff that actually matters. Carrots and sticks might get you to start, but your brain quickly tunes out. In fact, sometimes the more pressure you apply, the less your brain wants to play. These if-then rewards backfire, drying up motivation the second the carrot is gone. So, how do you actually trick your brain into feeling more motivated? The answer lies in 3 hidden drivers so powerful they can shape everything from your work to your workouts. Here's the cool part. You can flip these switches on any time. These are tricks your brain absolutely adores. The first driver is autonomy, the urge to guide your own life. Humans crave a sense of control, even in tiny doses. Try this. Next time you're avoiding a task, offer your brain a choice, even a micro one. Instead of, ugh, I have to write this report, tell yourself, I can write this report at my kitchen table or at the library, my choice. This simple choice tricks your brain, igniting ownership. When you give a reluctant brain even the tiniest sense of command, your motivation changes shape, from dread to engagement. Next comes mastery, the joy of making progress at something you care about. Here's how you can trick your brain. Shrink your goals into micro wins. Your brain is addicted to progress, even if it's tiny. So if you're learning a new language, instead of telling yourself, I have to master French, tell your brain, I'll learn 5 new words today. One tiny success sets off a neurological buzz, pulling you forward. These micro victories stack up, sneakily feeding your motivation day after day. And then there's purpose. This is the biggest trick your brain has up its sleeve. If you can connect dull or draining work to a higher reason, a why beyond yourself, your brain shifts out of neutral. Instead of getting lost in spreadsheets or endless slides, remind yourself, I'm making sure my team has what it needs to succeed. Tie your daily grind to a bigger picture and watch your grit explode. And here's a secret. Not all rewards are bad. Some can actually supercharge your motivation. The trick is knowing which ones work on your brain. If-then rewards, if I finish this, I get a treat, can make your brain anxious and hyper-focused on the prize, not the work. The worst part, when the reward disappears, so does your motivation. But there's a different style of reward that tricks your brain so much better. The surprise afterward reward. When you finish your task, and then surprise yourself with something you love, say a nice cup of coffee or a walk, your brain associates your effort with genuine satisfaction and pride. No manipulation, just motivation. Pause with me for a moment. If you're finding these tricks your brain actually responds to useful, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. What's the toughest thing to motivate yourself to do lately? Writing? Working out? Let's swap some tricks below. Now, most people load up on shoeboxes full of hacks to boost productivity. Apps, planners, post-it notes, sure, they can help. But the real leap comes when you replace external motivation, grades, gold stars, money, with internal fuel, curiosity, purpose, mastery. Tricks like these make your motivation stick. Want some quick ways you can force your brain into gear today? Here are 4 that work instantly, because they harness those internal brain tricks. First, claim your deadline. Don't wait for the world to tell you when to start. Pick your own finish line and stick to it. Even if you have a hard and fast deadline from a boss, set yourself a smaller, personal one. Your brain interprets this as control, not pressure. Autonomy is the magic sauce, and the opposite, feeling controlled, makes your brain rebel or tune out. Take this trick. I personally set writing deadlines for every chapter, even if my editor isn't breathing down my neck. When you feel in control, your brain shifts from grudging compliance to full-on engagement. Second, start a streak. 10 minutes a day beats 10 hours once a month every single time. This streak tricks your brain by kicking off a sense of momentum. Progress is a cognitive motivator, a mental high score that keeps you going. To double down, record your progress somewhere, on your phone, a wall calendar, or in a quick daily notebook. I use a simple note to list 3 things I accomplished each day. I rarely look back at the list, but the act of writing it down cements the progress for my brain. It makes mastery feel possible. Third, write a 1-sentence purpose statement before you start. This is a killer trick for the brain, especially when you feel adrift. Before diving into a tough project, jot down, I'm doing this because, guess. For me, it was the difference between spinning my wheels and finishing my last book. My coach told me, sum up your purpose in 1 sentence. Tape it where you'll see it. Every time my motivation faded, I'd glance at that sentence, and my brain remembered, this isn't just busy work, it matters. Finally, reward yourself after the work, not before. Now that, trick your brain into associating effort with pleasure without feeling bribed or boxed in. My favorite? If I get through a tough writing day, I treat myself to an ice-cold martini at night. No promises beforehand, just a genuine surprise to close the loop. Research says these unexpected post-effort rewards train your brain to associate work with a sense of pride and enjoyment, not external pressure. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying these tricks your brain finds irresistible, give us a like, subscribe, and drop your brain's biggest motivation struggle in the comments. Your engagement helps this community and keeps me motivated too. Let's go even deeper. Remember, these are tricks your brain is wired to respond to. They're not one-size-fits-all recipes, but adjustable switches. You can combine them, experiment, and figure out which blend lights up the most motivation for you. Maybe your brain craves autonomy above everything, so you start every project with a menu of choices. Or maybe your drive comes from progress, so you get hooked on streaks and progress tracking. For someone else, purpose is everything. A sticky note with your why keeps you in front of the task day after day. The best part? These tricks are all within your reach. No willpower necessary, just using what your brain already loves. If you're ready to master the art of motivation, don't stop here. Check out our other videos on the Growth Mindset Project. Hit that bell again so you never miss the latest brain tricks, step-by-step guides, and deep dives into what makes your mind tick. Your most motivated self is just a few tricks away. Keep learning, keep growing,